The renovation of local arts venues like Music Hall isn't over. Cincinnati Playhouse in the Park will soon begin a $39.5 million renovation of its Mount Adams Theater complex. In this morning's U.S. Bank Customer Spotlight, we are delighted to have Blake Robison, Artistic Director at Playhouse in the Park, with us to talk about the renovation and the upcoming season. Blake is with Business Courier editor Rob Dahlmeyer in the studio. Gentlemen.
Thanks, Peg. Blake, thanks so much for making the time.
My pleasure.
I know you're busy, but thank you so much. So you're still in the planning and the fundraising stage on this giant renovation. Is it fair to say it's giant?
It's pretty big, I have to say. We're replacing the larger of our two theaters, the Robert S. Marks Theater, which has 626 seats. The new theater is going to literally transform the Playhouse for generations to come.
And so when I first was told about the story a couple weeks ago, I was told that you guys were going to be able to do both, continue to do performances and also build.
That's been part of the challenge. You know, displacing an audience for a whole season can be difficult. You worry about audience attrition and whatnot, but we have some very, very creative and clever people working on this between our friends at Messer and Triversity Construction, BHDP, fantastic local architects. We've figured out a way to build the new theater to the north, going down the hill toward the Art Museum, and that will allow us to keep the current Marks and Shelter House theaters fully operational for the vast majority of the construction period.
I mean, were you surprised when you first heard this was possible, or am I just being naive? Because I just think, you know, you guys are perched up there, and it's just really hard for me to see how that's
surprised, relieved, excited, elated, all of those things, yes.
And is this, when's the last time that the Playhouse has gotten this big of a makeover?
This will be the largest construction project since the Marks Theater was constructed in 1968. It's a very old space. It's been largely untouched for 50 years, and this new theater, which replaces it, will be absolutely state-of-the-art. It's going to give our artists all the tools they need to practice the art form at the highest level, and for our patrons it's going to be a major upgrade. Better sightlines, better acoustics, more leg room, more spacious seats, all the things that modern audiences have come to expect in a building.
So if I love the Playhouse, I don't have to worry that it's going to lose the charm that it has, because that's honestly, for me, it's a big part of I love the experience of just going in.
Right, that's absolutely right. We want to make sure that we honor the past and take advantage of all those things which make the Playhouse in the first place. So intimacy is something for which we're known. You know, you're always very close to the stage. This new theater is going to put the back rows even closer to the action, because we're going to have a true balcony that overhangs the orchestra. The Shelter House Theater, the original Playhouse, is going to remain largely untouched, except it too will get more comfortable seats with better leg room. We want to honor that past. So many people feel great love and nostalgia for that space.
Absolutely. So what should we be looking forward to as far as performances go coming up?
In the coming season, we've got some really great things planned. The construction won't begin for about 18 months. So starting in the fall, we have an adaptation of Stephen King's horror novel Mystery, which should be great fun. Some other highlights include In the Heights, the first musical from Hamilton superstar creator Lin-Manuel Miranda, and a really neat local project, a new musical called Cincinnati King, about the history and legacy of the King Record Studio.
Well, you can go to the Playhouse website to get these tickets. The Courier has just started to cover arts in a serious way with Janelle and some other folks, and so we'll be on top of that as well. So thank you so much for being here. Good luck with all of this.
Thank you.
All right.